So I'm going to show you a couple. It's actually these two here today that I'm really impressed with, have been for a long time. Have this guy out for a comparison. I do like this type. You can get these guys, these are these million candle power or whatever flashlights you can get from kind of the big box stores, and I actually have it out for more of a comparison to this big one, because honestly I haven't used one of these and probably never will since I got this. I want to talk about this little guy. This is a little Energizer 1-watt LED flashlight. Nice anodized aluminum case, good grips on it, fits really nicely in your hand. We actually have several of these around the house now. We use rechargeable batteries, and they work great in this. This thing puts out a good amount of light for a little flashlight. It's funny anymore in comparison. When I was back in the Boy Scouts, a younger kid, the light to have was a mag light, and it's funny anymore. I think mag also has some LED lights that they sell, but I compare this to my old, even large C-cell mag light, and this has way more light output. It's amazing what they're able to do with LEDs. This is 2 AA's, a single LED light, just really well made. These are great to just have sitting around the house, in your car. They're just great little flashlights. I will probably get more of them in the future. This is Lexi.
Hi everyone.
Alright, so on to one of my favorite toys. This is called a high intensity discharge flashlight, and this is what the unit looks like. Really nice aluminum construction, and just for comparison's sake, you can see this is a big unit, and there's just a high intensity bulb in there. You can maybe even make out I've been using it quite a bit. But what this is, it comes with a nice case that keeps it all well protected, but you just unscrew the back of it just like any flashlight. And then this is the battery. It's a big honking battery, and you charge this out of the unit. There's a couple different options with that, but it has its own lights. You know, if you're stuck in the dark and need to fiddle around with it, it has its own little LED light source. But you take that end and it plugs in just like, you know, any normal flashlight's batteries. Screw the end back on, and let me show you this. You can see the light warming up. It actually takes about 30 to 45 seconds for it to get fully warm, but it's bright from the beginning. You know, really, we'll do a demonstration like I mentioned earlier a little bit later when it gets darker, but I compare this to a really good quality pair of car headlights. That's the kind of light this thing throws off. And it does have 2 different levels. So this is the brightest one, and that's the less bright one, but they're both really bright. I'd say 4 to 5 times as bright as this guy that I was showing earlier. The real advantage to this setup in my mind is once that battery, that nice lithium-ion battery, is charged, it stays charged, and you know, we've gone weeks and weeks without using this thing, and it's very reliable. You pull it out and boom, you have light. The one thing about it is once it's done, it's done. There's no decrease in light output, it's just off, and you know you need to recharge it. The charging time is about the same as this guy I showed earlier. As I mentioned, you charge this guy up, and I've even had it in a couple days. It doesn't work anymore. Alright, let me show you a few of the accessories that it comes with. You have kind of the yellow light filter that pops right on there. That's really nice, snug fit. And this here is the normal, wall charger. And then the other cable for that guy is in this pocket. And you have a car charger for this. In my earlier video, the solar backup, this becomes incredibly nice because I can charge this with that solar backup system and be just fine, as well as all the rechargeable batteries for these guys, your AA's, your AAA's, your C and D cells, and even 9 volts. Maybe I'll make a video of that charging system because I'm pretty impressed with that too. But what a nice thing to be able to recharge these things. If you have an extended blackout or something like that, you're going to have light, and they charge up really fast. Here you go, helper. So that's it in a nutshell. The other things I would mention is this is definitely adjustable as far as the beam. I mentioned the mag lights a little bit earlier that were so cherished when I was younger. You can definitely focus the beam in the same manner. If you live in a place where you occasionally need a really bright light, this is the way to go. Way outperforms these 1 million, 2 million, 10 million candle power lights. It's way brighter. The charge lasts, and once the charge is in the battery, this thing will last for a good couple hours, where these cheaper versions, honestly I think I typically get maybe 10-15 minutes out of them before they start dimming. This is a really reliable light source. In fact, we live right next to National Forest, and I can take this guy out, shine it at the pine trees, and you'll see all sorts of little eyeballs looking at you. So I'm a big fan. I'm going to tune out for now, put this stuff away for the time being, let it get a little bit darker outside, and we'll have a little comparison for you later. We're going to start with the the 1 million candle power jobby. And the dogs were freaking out here a little bit earlier. So we may actually have a moose down here somewhere. But give you an idea, most people consider this a pretty big flashlight. And they do a good job. It's especially with the snow falling, you can see kind of the trail. This is a great time to be filming this. But so that's the standard one you can get, from Walmart or a place like that. So now we're going to switch to the big HID and show you what that looks like. Let it warm up here. Take the yellow cover off of it. And it's starting to snow harder. I'm looking for a moose here. Looking for eyeballs. But really, in comparison, this HID guy throws out a lot of light. It may be kind of hard to see, but it really lights up the whole driveway here. And then we have some dogs here now too. But really about 4 to 5 times the light of the little 1 million candle power guy. Kind of bummed it's starting to snow so hard it's hard to tell, but hopefully you can see this on the video. If you're looking for something in the dark, this is the thing to have. Lexi?
What?
This is Willie and Lexi with newandlostcrafts.com. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask us. Thanks a lot. Say bye.